Hey tribe, good morning. It's so lovely outside. See, it's so pretty. Just make it a nice morning photo. And my stickers cake. I made a few stickers for my logo. They're see-through. I thought it's subtle, pretty, like just as my space. And I love how they turn out. Like exactly like the picture. And I love my logo. It did not take long. I just used Canva and added the rose, and then I love simple logos most. Simplistic. Yeah, I could have a background with it next time maybe. I could do it in white too, but I thought on the harp it would be nice to have the signature. And on the other side I have lots of beautiful positivity messages like enjoy where you are now, live in the present moment, war girl, you are shining, stay wild, inhale positivity, exhale negativity, you're awesome, you are worthy, you're beautiful, you're enough, and proud of you. So that's what I'm gonna be harping for my people. I've not learned to harp yet, but I thought it would be practical to have my brain back before I'm gonna learn a new instrument. I just googled today to see what Google says about 1 month of fever, and it said like if it gets worse now I need to check in with the doctor again, but I've been last week at the doctor's and he was not very worried, and I'm also not very worried, but where I'm gonna make onion shawl scarf, like with a tissue, like a fabric, like because the onions they are said to have anti-inflammatory and healing on the neck, and that's helping. So I'm gonna try it because I feel like my throat is a little sore. Other than that, I feel my body has better energy. Yesterday I've been very mindful and slowly progressing through the day, like got my kitchen done and little bit of planning in my head, like without dream state, subconscious. I've never had a fever like this before. That's why I'm in awe. Like I've never had fever like this. Literally. Terrible. I made a little dry clay earth. This is Mother Earth. Just I was inspired by the AI. I asked for Earth Simmer and they gave me this 3D version. I was like, cool. I will print it, and I was like, no. I will use the dry clay for it, and it will take forever until it's dry, but it's worth it. And then I have a little cloud holder for it that I'm planning, but I need it to be dried first. And that will take a while. Like I expect like up to 2 weeks until it's kinda dried. Because last time I had this lotus, it is a tea light holder and I can use it with little sticks. And then it is a smoke burner. Just love the colors from my harp still left over, and a little just nail polish, and it's so pretty. And that took like over a week to truly be like, and it was not in a hole, like I glued it together, and because it's quite big for That's my beginner one, my first try. And I love it. It's a positive for me. I love the art. It's for my healing space, but for my home. It's not for the any room or like, you know, center or something. And yeah, it took a while until it was firmly dry. But the other ones that I made, like an oracle deck holder, just a little Wahrsagekugel, like a bowl where like they look into the future, and that's just plain like a plate and then a stick for the card on it, and that was done in the day, and then I glued it together, and the second day it was already in my room used. So I love it. I thought I'm gonna draw a card today. Do a little guidance for this finally healthy again month, hopefully June, April, half of it, May, half of it, and then slowly, like a beagle, literally slowly crawling away from this overwhelmed state. Because yeah, the Google also said it's super exhausting for the body to have long fever, be ill real long. That's what I'm feeling, like I'm going slow. And I'm not good at being ill because I've never been ill. Oh, that's nice. I have those. I have the oil, geranium oil. It says, affirmation, my body is in a constant state of restoration and healing. I find balance in my life through play, work, rest, exercise, and laughter. I am protected. I am blessed with unconditional love in my life. There's a lovely oil. It's one that Young Living does recommend for women's issues. That's for like growing your femininity. They have that too. Gerania. For healthy hair, good for the skin, against nervousness, and good for the mood and peace and well-being. I saved it because that's just exactly what I wanted to know, like, or like a little womb care packet, womb space care packet. And then the rose quartz is in invite angels and guardians of protection around you to dare jealousy and negative forces. Focus on solutions and cooperation. Restore blessings, joy, and love. Rebalance, restore, and heal. Ah, feels very nice. Ah, that's exactly what I need, guys. Ah, I'm having good luck. The cards totally get me. I need little balance and good luck. Restore blessings, joy, and love. Rebalance and heal. Unconditional love in my life. Balance through play, work, rest, exercise, and laughter. Literally balance. That's key. On the other side of my room, just next to behind the camera, I have like a pile like this of clothes that I've been washing. Then the winter coats, they're gonna go into the cupboards and wait. And lots of dresses, pajama, all nice and neat, like fresh. There's another washing here, like I just could only do the most necessary stuff, and then I've needed bed rest again. So I did not get to do anything fun. Not even for my healing space. It was nice to be back, and yesterday I've spent the night. Today I will be making Kinder Maxi King cake. I got it from the interwebs. That is a little treat in the chocolate part of the supermarket, and it's my favorite dessert, like naughty. And I'm gonna make this, but without it. Like it just has the same ingredients and name. It has obviously the nice clean quality. So there's a layer of chocolate cookie dough on the base, then mascarpone and cream, and then caramel sauce and more cream, and on top hazelnut and chocolate. So nice. And like it's still giving my body a boost, because the tiramisu last week I had 2 tiramisu or one. No, one tiramisu, but the tiramisu gave me really great energy boost because of the mascarpone and all the fattiness. And I ate like it in one day. I ate a whole tray because I needed calories, and it's just I can eat it in cake form. I can eat anything like that. I like tiramisu. It gave me the energy to put my poor body together and get well again. Like, I don't know, I'm tired today. But I slept like all through the night. Fell asleep at 8 and woke up finally at 6. And I'm like I'm just a little dizzy, a little relaxed, like not fully well in my body, like little throat aches and little pains, and like on my EMS and infrared light and relaxing bath and tea and like all the goodness. But it's not like it is getting worse. It's just like the last week did only get better, and the tiramisu and all the creamy cakes that I made purposefully to like give my body energy, because I felt like I have none left. I should, next time I will be making cake, or like I will just getting treats more, so I have a better time getting calories in. And I still think I lost a little weight because I see it in the camera, and I don't mind losing weight. I just don't want to lose it to illness, and I just don't want to lose it all of a sudden in winter. Like that's not comfortable. And next time I will be making more treats. That saved me. And now I'm having better appetite, because I know, yeah, we have cake and all the other stuff I just ate because I had to. And that's a little bit what I'm connecting with eating. I had to eat like all winter long. I've not been hungry. So it was like a little fight with myself. So I think it will get better though. Like it is a little inner wound, like just forcing myself to eat is not what I normally do. Just make what I crave and at the time that I crave it, and then I'm fine. And yeah, so I think this will be fine. Next winter I can make up for that and spoil and treat myself and like eat lots of calories and gain kilograms. Normal, I gain weight in winter. That's normal for me to make up for the cold and I get extra calories. Yeah, I mostly wanted to show my sticker today. And other than that, I did not get anything new for my space because there is so much stuff waiting. This many books that are new that I've not read, not even started. Because, yeah, just right after I overate on Easter, my body thought, oh great, we have energy, we can eat, like let's get ill now. Finally, cook it out. Oh, literally. Terrible. I also need to throw my actually autumn decoration away. Just seen it. Got like few sticks with leaves. And they were really pretty all winter long, but now they are yellow. And that's not pretty. They were real long green and now they are yellow. Also the rose that I use for decoration is not nice. It gets quite a bit of sunlight, so maybe that's why. I have other roses that continue to be beautiful, like just right around here. They are still so pretty. That's also from Easter, from autumn. But I think I can leave it a little bit longer. But when I'm moving, it's probably gonna go into the bin or like I put it in a bag for like smoking the herbs. I love the relaxing scents. I'm very excited. I'm gonna make my cake now. In the afternoon for coffee time, I can have it. And then this is probably not one that my parents eat, but they don't like brownie. Like if the dough is sticky, because like in Austrian baking there is no sticky cake. Traditionally they don't even do lots of oil cakes, like not the conditor, like the cake makers that are not really bakers but mostly focus on cakes. But that's a craft they could have master degree, they can still have. Okay, there's still plenty of money that you can make with these recipes. There's great stuff on Amazon if you want to check, like cakes, Austrian cakes from original coffee shops. Like it's not even a coffee shop, it's a cafe. It's a full different branding. Like a cafe, and an old cafe is like so much culture and so much like also service and the best cakes and also traditional and the best in the form of coffee, the most favorites. And now they also have Italian options, but I don't think this has always been this way. But they're super close. They have a little bit, but they have very close coffee culture. It's a full culture. It's a little coffee culture, like a coffee shop that I would say that's just Starbucks maybe, or like a small coffee shop that is not like just get any food and eat like that. But it's all around coffee too and sandwich, but doesn't have the culture. So that's a little bit distinction. So the price is a little bit higher probably in an actual cafe, but it's not a lot. It's just €1 or €2 per cake, and you get the best cake or you get the most. Like in the coffee shops, you will get like the most favorite cakes and cheap, which is also sometimes nice. Not only save money, but also see if you like that, or like do you want to bake it. Like I'm always open to all sorts of restaurants and coffee shops and cafes and inbis, like just on the side of the street. Can get food, not only kebab but also sausages, like original Viennese sausages, or like you can get German sausages. So It's a very favorite. People in my country love sausage. Me too. And I'm landing at cafes or coffee shops and getting cake because I can always eat cake. And I'm really picky with my food because I'm a really good cook and I'm a lazy baker, but also I'm a good baker. Because I've learned it in school. We had this school like that was once made for um, teaching women how to have a proper household, how they are prepared for a wedding. Like that was still true for my mom's generation. She's a boomer. She's born in '58. So they learned like just 3 years all the necessities, stewing and cooking, and then obviously normal like mathematics also. But they just finish the school and then it's done. And for us, it was already like that was like 40 years later or so. 50 years later, like quite a while later. Um, it was already a normal school for A levels and had added the school, and it was for tourism. So I had culture tourism as an option for like 2 or 3 years, or maybe 4, or maybe 5. I don't know. But I loved it. The topic was very interesting. We learned all about the tourism in the global world as well as our countries. And then we also had like dietology, like all about health foods and what are vitamins and proteins and how much you should drink. And at the time it was like 27, like I was so young. uh, I had not had all the health knowledge actually, because it was not that popular in the press at the moment, because people were just trying to get the veggies in still. Like there was not this smoothie boom, but that came for our generation later over America. And so I learned all about health and I loved it. And it just made absolute sense, and I got a good feeling about what I eat and balanced food, and also I drank a lot and I lost weight. I lost lots of weight, and because I ate differently, and I made yoga at the time, so I came more health and mindful. And yeah, I loved it. And then we had like Getränkekunde, which was like the theory about all of the beverages in a hotel or in a restaurant you have. Like they have like coffee is not all about coffee, and like beer and all about beer. Wine is extra, like, and then cocktails. Like, and then we had a cocktail making class, which was so fun. And like we had real good topics. I liked it. I can always use it. Like to this day, I know quite a bit of how to make beer, and we went to like breweries or like beer brewer companies in our country. That was interesting, and I love this big. They're like bottled and huge. Like you can watch that, you can book that if you are interested. In like any brewery, I think most of them, they are bigger ones. They are open for tourists. Like that, you just see the bottich, the big um bowls, like little, this huge metal stuff. Like it's literally the whole room is filled with it, and it's nice, very relaxing. And yeah, I liked it. It was like a good balance. It was kind of easy. I had less focus on mathematics and more time for these other projects, other topics. And we were cooking every week on one afternoon. In the beginning, we just learned the basics. There's so much to learn about Austrian cuisine, so I know quite a lot. But I never baked uncooked Austrian. Like rarely I do. Just my favorite cakes. Other than that, I'm just Googling and Pinteresting all that I want. And so I have a degree. I have actually a Matura and A level maxim in cooking as well as in service, which was necessary. I think I have 1 in cooking and 2 in service, which was perfectly fine for me. I learned to like, in the beginning I was like, goodness, what are those people? They wanna grade my cooking. What is this? Like, cooking is unnecessary. Like, why is somebody grading that? And then I just got used to the afternoon with the food, and it was relaxing. It was not very rushed. We had nice teachers. We got food. We always did something new. Like, it was never boring. And so, and in the beginning, yeah, we cooked three meals, 3 Gänge-Menü, like starter, main, and dessert. We trained for the A level, so that's also what we ate. That you got lots of treats, and we had really good cooks. Some were from like local bakery, or like they had the family cuisine, kitchen knowledge. Like we learned from each other a little bit. Some, if you ever made strudel though, it's quite interesting because it's oily and it's quite sticky. We learned to make this dough just for one afternoon. And like one of my school colleagues, he just threw it onto the metal cupboards that had always been clean and perfectly neat after, so we had to clean it again. Thank you. But it did actually stick on the metal cupboard, which was very funny. Like really funny. It was cheerful. Um, so yeah, I have like very culinary schooling, and I'm a very culinary person because of it. Like also my mom always made really excellent food. The only thing I never liked in her cuisine was the way she made wedges. Like my wedges are never soft. They are always like a little firm. That's also what we learned. We are supposed to be steaming the wedges, and I had a really cool steamer. To this day, I'm a little jealous and I want one. But if I want to steam wedges, I just put this little steamer basket in the, and then I actually forgot that I want to, because it's fine. In a curry, if you don't know how to cook it, it's awesome, like a nice quality. But like I still want a steamer. If I have like a full or proper grown-up kitchen one day, I want like a little steamer, just one. That's 100%. We will have something on Amazon. That is cool. So yeah, that was fun. So I also know lots about coffee because we learned it in school. And then there was a time when I tried to figure out what is exactly the distinction between Austrian coffee and the Italian coffee. Like not the roast, but that I get the roast, but that's different from cafe to cafe. And but I don't get it. Like it's so similar, and still it tastes very different. I think. Yeah. Um, that's also why I love baking. It's quite relaxing. I've baked so much, especially when I did my bachelor thesis. I did not write, but I was in the kitchen. I was supposed to, because my boyfriend, he was at home, and he slept real long, and like they could not use the other room. Sadly, I had to write in the kitchen. I started just baking and reading all the blogs. I found Pinterest at the time. I did everything else. It's so hard. It's so hard to sit down and research around one topic only. It's not even fun. It's like very complicated and like very big, and you need to know so much about the context, but you only write this little bit, and then you get two notes, like two grades, and a little exam, and you're done. I still remember like talking to a friend, like she also was, I think she was already writing a master thesis, and like on another topic, like in Vienna, not in Tirol. And it was so hard to get all of this on the pages and like sit down research. I did only research in my house. I only been once in the library to get a book because I could not be bothered. But also all that I needed was in the online books. Like I could get the online books, just rent it for like 3 weeks and then 3 more weeks, and that's enough to quote and read and quote. Like I knew what the book's about, and then anyways, like, but also like I found like in the winter I've been checking my grandpa's dia, we call it dia, like a projection of photographs on the wall. Like that was the old style that was very favorite, but now we have PowerPoint. So he just made lots of, and there were like, and next to that there were like my bachelor thesis booklet, and he had a little paper on page 15. He tried to read it. Like I that was like normal. But you had to print it like in proper book with a nice cover at the local bookstore, like next to the university. They just ordered that for you in. You just ordered it. That was super easy. Just go there, bring the data, get the books. Just I got one from my grandma, one for myself, probably one for my parents, and one for my grandpa. Like it was so cute that he had tried to read it. My grandma also said she will be reading it, so that's also very lovely. I just thought like, ah, oh, so sweet. Probably he had a very proud moment. Like, look at this grown-up academic girl. Like, and I was like, yes, all this work worth it because nobody else will ever read it again. But I have the degree, and it's a blessing. But it's not the actual work. It's just a little end writing that's very hard. Then later in the online webs of the blogging sphere, I found really good advice on writing, how to get your writing up, because it's different. If you write like a scientific thesis, it's different to just writing a book. But also just writing a book can be a lot. It's like you have to fill 300 pages, and I am ready to receive all the love it's given me, knowing I am worthy. 300 pages, and I learned a little bit how they organize and how to think about it. And actually nowadays, because that's a common problem that more people have than normally, because more academics, more problems with thesis writing, or like more authors too, more problems with books. There's so many good advices just on Pinterest. And I learned how to write a blog, and then I never wrote a blog. I just made 3 articles, and I stopped. Like I lost all interest because I was probably researching and like had a specific idea for the outcome every time. So I learned to become this person slowly that can write. And now with the workbooks, I feel like easy, fun. That's not because I want to write a few workbooks about for the Roger Rose Holding Space. I changed the name, and about cyclical stuff that I love from my own experience, like what I do for myself to feel well with my own cycle. Just writing it down, 20 pages, just fine. I'm like, oh, easy, vad gestern. Just write it down, because the last time I wrote it for the Rauhnächte, the 12 Smoky Nights. In the last 12 Smoky Nights, there's traditional Austrian time of cleansing, also with smudging the house, and if you have a farm, also the animals and the gardens probably too. You go around the house. I think it differs. Like that's not set. So it's just it's fun, and I just had it was no effort to write to fill 20 pages with just easy stories and a few recommendations. I was like, this is the easiest thing I will ever do. Like just did flow out of my fingers. Like, but it was nice to sit there and like have a project in my mind and think, oh, that's not overwhelming. Oh, I don't need to go to the library. Oh, nobody will grade it even. Like, heal my inner artist. Because writing is art for me. Like, not necessarily thesis writing, that's not artful, that's scientific. But yeah, it was freeing, literally. It was so freeing, and yeah, it's beautiful to use all that I've learned in this life so far. I will be 40 soon, and at the time I will be 40, I probably have 10 or 15 workbooks out, and like learnings for other people, and put together how we can do this life in a more wholesome way, actually. More like thinking about, like, lots of this culture is now about, and has not been in the 2000s, about yourself. Like, this is a more coach society. Just if you only read newspapers, you would not get it. But if you watch YouTube, there's constantly, I only get coach adverts, like they like pump you. But also I've got the coaching, like to grow up after this long schooling phase. I could manage in university, but I already struggled with my self-care. Like, it was zero. Just had 10 minutes under the shower. That was me time. And then I was needed again. So I really learned about this after. And I don't have to relearn it, and I will not tell people. So I love that I probably can make a coupon, like minus 40% on my birthday or a birthday week on my workbooks, like just that I've seen and also used with the vegan cooking recipes. There have been this huge bundle of stuff, and like, I mean, it's so nice to have like put this stuff together in booklets, also for myself to remember and read. Like, I love looking at my Pinterest boards because of it, because I put together my favorite recipes, for example, or like my favorite TED Talks, my favorite blogs, all of that I can find anytime. But it's obviously it evolves over time, and I forget sometimes. But it's lovely to have to look back at it, and like also the feeling that I actually contributed. Like, I've not only done all this inner work for myself, it was at a level where I know people can use some of my inner process, my inner work, my learning, my coaching, my creativity, my life creativity journey, and healing journey too, like inner wounding and all that stuff. I'm not writing about it, but it's a little part of the self-care rituals. They healed. Just knowing that you show up for yourself constantly, and your body is not triggered easily. And if there are phases in my life where I like get little to no time for myself, it's no problem. I will make up for it. Like, my whole being knows it. Like, I will spoil myself later in all the ways, with gratitude. Like, not in like I'm gonna eat all the resources on the planet and there will be nothing left. Just like, I don't know, holiday, or like Cake is a good way to say thank you. That I say thank you to my body for getting well with all the cake right now. So yeah, it's just lovely to may probably be in a position where I can give people on my Cooper workbooks that might end up in people's houses, or like a friend can see them, or like spreading ideas, like just the TED people spread the ideas that were like a little bit other topics, like but anyways, it's so nice to know your writing is out in the world and somebody benefits from it. And I don't need to promote it. I don't need to get a million talks. I don't need to, because it's well spread. It's just my own version. Like, it's not something that is revolutionary. It's just something that I've also learned in life. It's my own way. So that might resonate with you, because that's what I got from most of my books and self-help books in the beginning. And then on podcasts to like people share their own approaches. And the aim should be a little bit like translating from generation to generation practices that have been useful, just like the yogis always do, and like make spiritual wisdom livable, and also like homey for me. Like, I love it to be comforting and familiar. I don't love to just have this temple time. I love to weave it into my everyday, and literally at the moment fill my home with all the spiritual art that I found in the lockdowns, because I've been lots online, and just have the spiritual ideas connecting me. It's beautiful, because I want to age differently than I thought. Like, I see this probably as an act of service. Like sharing about aging, and like making my unique way of getting older, not just complaining about it, which is probably what I will be doing, but also showing up for people. Like this, I've volunteered my whole life, so just continue little volunteering projects. It's not to the government, because no, but like just acts of service, prayers for peace, little projects for like, I don't know, building something for someone for the future. I don't know. We will see. Like, I can do fundraising and all, but also I can show up. I can offer service hours, so that's fine. And then also thinking about this healing space, the Reiki, the sessions, the wisdom. Like, they will not change immensely, but they will transform over time. And just having this as in my mind to like incorporate that, like, that's new. So I love how this is evolving on a very creative journey. And like, even though this decade was harder than any other before, like 37, and the last 7 years were like so rough, I've been happier than before, because I've been free. I've been myself. Like, it was a journey after like nearly 20 years of schooling, finding back to myself, not only the person who sits down and writes down and learns and vomits out solutions on paper, and then this really rough integration phase into the work world, which like is true for all of my friends too. So that's done. And like, yeah, and I hope my 40s are getting even better, like just continuing to learn, sit in practice. Also for me, sharing is beautiful, like being at this moment in time where I think, oh, that's easy, yeah, I can answer, yet I thought about it, or I've learned, or I've heard it in a circle, or like I read it on a blog, or like maybe YouTube mentioned that, and that's how they cope. Like, literally, I've always been interested in humans' journeys and authentic solutions, and like also in this coaching world, that's true. So it's all about solutions. So I have solutions on my mind a lot. and it's just rewarding. And I'm glad that this is how my life evolved. So literally, that getting older will be a way of giving back more, not money, but like just not all the nuggets of wisdom that I could find, like just sharing it more and more. And now I think I can go slow. Just the healing is is enough, and holding space is fine. But maybe going deeper and deeper, and that's also where like the long books should come in, like later in my life. And also want to do Kundalini teacher later in my life, and then live closer to the practice with like getting older, getting wiser, hopefully. I'm gonna pray on that. And then um, showing up as the teacher. It's not what I'm doing. I'm just a little bit recommendation sharing. I don't feel comfortable with that. Like, I never wanted to be teaching anything. I love that people pave their own path, because it is more useful, and there's no standard answer for anything. But like with Kundalini yoga, I can show up more for people, and like you literally get lots of tools and technologies that are really cool. I think so. Like, yeah, yogic tribe should be invited. And I also want to grow the yoga practice over the decades, and like when I'm old and I have time and everything is slowing down, just like my grandpa also did, like very slowing down with the aging, like literally more mindful and aware with every year. And he was not a yogi though. Like sitting in ceremony maybe 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening, like committing more to the ceremonial space in my life with getting older, and not being so much needed in society. Like, I'm not building, I'm not holding, I'm not birthing, I'm not growing. I've done the work, and like I will be retreating home back to my own self. So like lots of my awareness is outside now. I'm like not even 40. Like I probably will be shifting a little bit more on my inner journey with old age, and I love that. This is my life goal now. So I had no idea what I would want to do with my aging process, because I've been always scared about illness. And like I know how many people my grandparents lost, and it was regularly they had like a letter from people, and invitation for funerals, and like it's like literally every other meeting I ask, and somebody was not alive. Like my grandma was like complaining, like all of my friends are already gone and I am still surviving, and like why is it like this, and I miss them. And I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot bear the thought. I hate when people die. I'm okay when like you don't meet them, or they are well on the other side of the country, or I don't know what. Like literally I forget about people that are not in my life regularly. But I hate the idea of them just dying all away. And so I was always scared of getting older. But I'm gonna balance it with meaningful goals and practices, and that should nurture my soul, and that will be beautiful. And then I don't need to be afraid of dying, because my soul is eternal. So it's also rewarding, because all of my life I'm the big girl. Like I'm not complaining a lot to other people. I don't need much. Like I get situations fast, I learn fast, I progress, I make my own process, I read books, I get a coach. Like I don't need other people, but they are constantly needing me. And that's something that I've blocked 100% in my life, because I don't think that's appropriate, because had no childhood, and like I've always been alone with my journeys, and like I just learned last year to let people into these hard places, and it had a big effect on my whole life. I just see how exploited I've been before, and how inappropriate it is that people are asking me for solutions on their life when I'm very busy coping with my own. And like, just because I'm strong doesn't mean that I am strong enough to hold like older people or like same age people, or like, I don't know, I don't have every solution for problems with kids or teens, or money, or like, I don't give a fuck. It also takes me lots of research and thoughts to think about, like, do it yourself, like Google, ask the AI. So literally, and that's probably gonna shift with my aging process, because then I've done the work, so I've lived it, and it will be easier to give back. And like, it might be on my soul journey, but it's probably early, so people might find the interest already and invitation to be exploited. But I'm probably just learning about this life, and maybe it is indeed one of my goals, my long-term goals, to write books. And like, I see that in old age, just typing the stuff in, or just telling the AI, blind, like still bedridden, blind, writing this 10th book. I see that a little bit, and like, the more creative I am becoming, the more I feel happy with life. Like, I have my favorite practices, I have a good range now. It's amazing that just found me in my 40s. I'm just learning more beautiful things. I just booked this Mantak Chia multi-orgasmic workshop, which I love. And it's just so many great tools, so much awareness, so much body work that I can use in every day. And it does really help with sensuality, and like learning about sexuality, not about the man and the husband, but just about the body and my own needs, and seeing it also as energy. Sexual energy is primal energy, the one of the first forms of energy, and then the others follow. Like, just like a little onion layer, just many layers, and the first, the inner layer, is that's your most potent energy. It should not get exploited, and you can nurture it back. You can literally send like sexual energy through the body with breath, like mindfully. Just connect the dots. It's not literally like you're gonna send water from one tap to the other, but it does help connect, and you will see that there is a connection growing. If you want it. If you don't need it, you prove that it's not necessary, and you will find other practices. Like, that's not calling you. I'm not inviting people that don't want to hear solutions. I'm if you tell me this is working and no, is this my interest? Like, I will not use a computer program to create my book for. I really will write it my own, but I will like get any advice that is for writing or techniques or notes. I will be all ears, but I will not do the full computer program stuff. Like, I will write it, like, even if the AI shuts it down. Like, so that's my decision. It's your decision, so you just leave them. It's not everything is for everybody, and people are unique, and we all know very unique journeys, because nobody cares about us. So we are a generation of lost children, left alone by society that was super egoistic and exploited us as well as the planet. And it will be interesting how we are aging, because we learned to be self-responsible quite early and had no parents. The first time in Europe, probably, where like people, they literally were neglecting us the parent role, and they always made us grown up and care for the little ones too. and you had to figure out the whole modern system society. So it will be very interesting how we will come out in old age. Like, what are we saying, and who else is writing something, and like I'm excited what we're gonna do, because we created lots of great stuff the last 20 years as a generation. I'm proud of all of us. But I also know, like many others, they try to abuse our efforts, um, which is heartbreaking. But I see that they are also struggling. Like, they don't find solutions. They are trying to stuck in a drama. Like, they need life coaching. You find the solutions. You had to grow up 40, 50. We don't know how old a millennial is, like average between 40 and 50. Um, you have the solutions. You had to find it every day. So anyways, guys, I get another coffee, and have a nice day. See you again. Bye.